Welcome back. Sharon Rodden is here today. She is on GRF, and she is also the chair of the M&C, Maintenance Construction. We always say M&C, but that's what it is, committee. A big, encompassing committee, because so many of the other committees, in a way, feed into this, because there's different projects that they may oversee, but they feed into this. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So you gave me a list, thank you very much, of the different things you want to go over today. And
You want to use this one instead?
oh no, it's
Okay.
fine. And one of them, the top one, is an engineering log.
Right. Taking it from the top, having a really good list to work from helps everybody to keep on task and on budget. And so one of the things that we're doing right now is we're working with finance and working with the whole team is all working together to create a standardized form so that every committee knows how much money has come from which budget and where we are in appropriation, so we can look at a project and know that we are on task financially and every source from where the money has come. So, and hopefully when we get through with this project, and it probably will be by next month, Third and United and GRF will have a reporting system that looks very identical, so you don't have a learning curve.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So that's what one of the projects, taking it from the top. You know, we need a roadmap, and so that's the roadmap that we're starting.
Yeah, and it'll be, again, just as you all are looking at a combined traffic rules and things like that, and
Yeah.
And when people have to go in for their hearings and combining that, it's sort of the same thing.
We all live in the same village.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that makes sense.
even though we have different corporations, we still there are a lot of commonalities that we share.
Yeah, definitely. Paddle tennis and pickleball.
Oh yes, my paddle tennis and pickleball lovers. I have a meeting this afternoon with contingency to talk about, they need more space. Their club is growing by leaps and bounds, and they need more courts. And we're going to see if we can't accommodate adding more courts right into the very space where they're located right now. So that's going to be a wonderful, fun meeting that we're going to be working on getting contingency there of attempting to add more courts for them and do it cost effectively. And
It's gotten very big. Pickleball especially, I guess, has gotten pretty.
Particularly,
Yeah.
paddle tennis is a little harder, but pickleball plays with a foursome on a smaller court, so it's very age appropriate for us. You know, you don't have as much running.
Yeah.
So it's become quite popular, and I'm told that it only takes about 10 minutes to play a game of
really?
pickleball. So
Okay.
you know, you're not exhausted at the end of the set.
Yeah,
And-
so I
and-
can see why it's become popular. I've never watched it, so I'm kind of familiar, but not.
Nor I, but I'm told that it's played where paddle tennis is played with a tennis ball. Pickleball is played with a little hard ball.
Yeah.
A little kind of little wooden ball.
Yeah.
That they use for that sport. So, yeah, pretty
Well, good for good.
Pretty
That-
great.
They need more room. That's
yes,
for
they
sure.
do. They do.
And the pool at Clubhouse One.
Right. We've had, in fact, I've had inquiries from residents on why is the pool closed. Well, I'll tell you why the pool is closed. We discovered that a couple of the showers in the men's locker room had deteriorated quite badly on the studs on the common wall, on the middle wall, and it actually, what had happened, there was a boiler in the room next door that had leaked for a slow leak for a very long period of time, and the studs were 12 inches up missing. And so we opened it back as far as we needed to get to how far the remediation was, which fortunately was about 2 stalls, and the little wraparound wall also. And we remediated those, put green board down, tiled, sealed it, so it should be ready to go. And also at the pool at the same time discovered that 3 of the skimmers were broken. So we were able to repair those skimmers and an equalizer, and the pool is now filled with water, and the showers are all fixed. So
Great.
we think that the pool should be ready sometime this week for people to enjoy once again.
All right, very good.
So that's why the
Yeah,
clubhouse
that has been
pool was
closed. Yeah, it was supposed to open this week sometime.
Yes, and
right.
it is on target
And I know
to do
Pool
that.
5 is still, I think, closed.
Yes,
till-
it's still getting. It's just under normal maintenance.
Normal
repairs.
maintenance,
Yeah,
okay.
this was a surprise for us. So, but it's taken care of now, and we're good to go.
And something that has been talked about, it seems like, for a long, long time, the hospitality room at the Stables.
This is a wonderful project. on this project. This was returning the hospitality room back. It'd been there for like 35 years in the stable, got pulled out and turned into an inefficient stall. And so our board elected to reinstate their hospitality room. They need it badly. I mean, they want a place where they can hang out and talk to like-minded people and just enjoy their space. It's beautiful over there. So the project got going ahead. It's way ahead of schedule. We thought we weren't even going to even start until February. It's going to be finished probably by Valentine's Day. It came in substantially, well under time and somewhat under budget.
Very
and
good.
Originally it was 30,000. We said no. It came in actually we appropriated 15,000 for it, and it's actually going to come in under that amount.
Very
So,
good.
yeah, I know. I'll tell you, we're pretty stoked about it. So we had samples yesterday at the M&C meeting that included the flooring, which is real cute. Looks like a wooden floor in there.
Yeah.
And it's just got really just darling appointments that'll be in there as well too.
Very good.
They're going to have a really nice place. So we're thrilled about that. I can't tell you.
Now the next one is a paint striping machine. Now is this for like the lines in the middle of the streets?
Correct.
That sort of thing?
It
Okay.
actually, this is, our paint striping machine is about 20 years old, and it's had its last leg. Its last leg is gone, because this is a piece of equipment that's used usually about twice a week. So we've had our money's
really?
worth on it. But it's definitely had its better day. So we're looking at it, and what's nice about this machine, Mr. Schaefer from Transportation came in yesterday and did a presentation. There's like 17 different models of paint striping machines, and from just a basic strip down model to bells and whistles like you wouldn't believe, which we don't need that kind of that's not our core business is striping. It's just something that we need for maintenance. But some of these machines have crossover also, where they can, instead of a man having to, roll a paint curb with red paint, this machine can actually come along and spray the red curb, or you can adapt it to do stenciling on a street if you, and I'll get to that in a second, what one of the things that we're going to be using this for. So it will have some crossovers. But before we make this acquisition, which could be somewhere around, they go anywhere from $2,000 to $17,000. We're going to take a look at renting various models so we can determine the really best one for the best, the best value that we're going to get, and try a few before we buy them. So that's what we're doing on. But eventually, we will be buying a new paint striping machine. We need it. So we just need to make a good decision on it. And
So this is used also, I think, for the parking lots and things like that?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. In fact, it arose under the parking lot at Clubhouse 3. The center lane of the parking lot, the one and only center lane there, which has two ways to go, is striped in chalk block like you would find in the UK, where they drive on the other side of the street. It's confusing. And so it arose, we had a resident suggest inverting those chalk blocks and the stripes to make them correct for the way Americans drive.
Yeah.
And no kidding. And so as we began to look into that, we realized, well, shoot, paint striping machine is worn out, so now we need to take a look at that. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing. In addition, like I said, there's going to be adaptability, a crossover as well, to be able to utilize this machine for general stenciling and so forth. So we're going to do a pilot at gate 3 and gate 7 to try to coordinate the traffic flow, and the lane that's closest to the guard gate will say guests only.
Okay.
And some gates have 2 lanes, some gates have 3 lanes. They're going to be the painted residents only. Okay. So that we can keep it moving there,
It is confusing in some of those gates.
I've had residents say to me, I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna try a pilot there, and we think that that's going to really improve traffic flow through there, because a lot of times people want to say hi to their friend who's a gate ambassador, and then people are honking behind them, or if they have a guest or a worker who shows up without proper call through or identification to get into the community, that takes a few minutes to process. And again, if residents are behind that guest who's trying to clear through security, it can cause a real traffic jam.
Yeah, it can.
And so if we paint the lanes and give people a little instruction, we think that might be a better an improvement upon
Yeah,
what we're doing there.
definitely.
So that's what we plan to do with that.
Okay, you just talked about the Clubhouse 3.
Right.
And now you're entering the contracting phase
Oh,
for
yes.
Aliso Creek.
Correct.
Walkway and bridge.
Yes, we're entering the contracting phase now for, we did an RFP, put it out to bid. We have selected a contractor who came in under bid for the price on laying the concrete. What's going to happen there is there's a tremendous amount of concrete that was to create a walkway, and it's the people who live in that area were very displeased with the way the project turned out. And so we are going to remediate that area for them by restoring what they had been promised, a walkway that is generally sloping as was originally there. And we're going to create a very user-friendly walkway that almost parallels the creek and has less than a 2% grade to it. So people who either like walking along the creek or maybe are have back problems or using walkers or carts or wheelchairs, things of that nature, are going to find it easier to navigate in that area.
It'll look a little bit more natural.
It's going to be so pretty. Right now, the grass is very beat down because it's almost like a natural walkway there that people utilize. So we're going to turn it into a concrete walkway, so it's easier for people to get along
Is the
there.
existing one you were talking about that people don't like, will that be taken out?
Yes, it will. And what's going to happen there is it's going to get restored to coming down from the parking lot that's above, just with a gentle curving slope, how it originally was.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't have a very steep grade, so it will be coming down and joining up with the bridge that goes over to the other side then.
And then speaking of the bridge, the handrails.
Correct. The handrails also, they've been described to me as looking like the side of a hospital bed. So, yeah, didn't go over too well,
Okay.
So we are going to be replacing the handrails also, and we also have not gone, we have a figure to work against right now, but we haven't put that out to bid to numerous contractors yet on that. What we would like to do is maybe be able to get something that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, that looks more like the countryside instead of a hospital railing. So that's what we're working on that. So that should be coming along shortly, though. It's at the top of our priority list to get that going. Yeah,
that's been ongoing something for a while too.
It has been. It's been a
and people have different ideas what they like.
I know.
This Gate 5 guardhouse, you're working about the needs for that and possibly going to a modular.
Yes, we in fact last month you and I had talked about that, and that's still very much moving forward. This is just a super duper project that we're working on here. We're working with our own security committee because they're going to be doing a pilot at Gates 5 and 6. Working with our own security committee. We're working with, of course, our security department, our gate ambassadors, the modular company. I mean, I kind of, yesterday in committee I kind of talked about this is kind of like planning a wedding, where you want everything to merge together and come together perfectly at the same time. So, and we don't want to create a building that doesn't get input from the people who have to function in that space. We need a workable space for the people who are going to work there. And so
that's definitely.
Yeah, you think? So, I mean, we're all over that, and our gate ambassadors and Victor Pollock have just been marvelous to work with in giving us input into what would really be the design that they would see as being efficient, long-lasting, and be able to accommodate their needs and give us opportunity to anticipate what the future may bring us. So that's definitely going to be a really, really fun presentation. Hopefully, I'm hoping so, by the 23rd of February, which is our next M&C meeting.
Okay, we got a couple minutes left.
We better hurry.
So I'll let you pick a few of these things that are the most important. EMS system in the administration?
In the administration, just working on that, working on an RFP. We've discovered dry rot in the decorative component of the administration building, so we're getting some bids right now on remediating that. Fortunately, it's not structural.
I know what you're talking about.
Those little,
filigree type
exactly,
things,
those little filigree type things that are out there. We're getting, one of the things really important to me is I'd like to talk about this lovely topic of sewers. It's one of my favorite topics. We have, again, for the 5th time, a sewer backup at Clubhouse 5. We're going to be installing sanitary disposal devices in the stalls of every bathroom, but residents, please, your personal hygiene products, please don't flush them down the toilets. It's really hard on our sewer system, and it's causing stoppages. So,
and El Toro Water will be thankful of that too, because it gets into their system.
Yes, so we will be installing personal hygiene disposal units in every stall. So in the meantime, please don't put personal hygiene products down the plumbing. It's not designed to accommodate that.
Right, exactly. And then just quickly, you were working with the hearing team.
I have a call. I'm going to be calling Tony today. She's one of the hearing impaired members of our community, as we have many that are in that category, and was sharing with us some of the lament that she had. She went into Clubhouse 6, and they opened a drawer and pulled out 14 broken hearing assistive devices. Man. So we, not only do we need to get hearing devices available, but we need to notice people with a sign on the wall that says, the devices are available in this meeting room for you. So we'll be working on that. And the last thing that I want to talk about is we're going to be putting signs on the shower doors in all of the Clubhouse showers saying, please conserve water and limit your time on your shower. I tried to get them to say shower with a friend.
Yes, I remember that from the 70s.
They wouldn't go for it, so.
Boy, I remember.
Water shower with a friend.
I remember my dad would do that, put it on the shower in his home, and it's like, okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Sharon, thanks for coming on today, and you take care. We'll end on that funny note.
All right,
but,
good.
I think the shower with the friend one, that might be all right.
I think so.
Who cares?
I'm in favor of it.
All right,
Got
there
my
you
vote.
go.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
All righty.
And my dad would make these